Okay, check this out. The 2026 BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. Did BMW make the best smallest sedan? Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Let's roll! Special thanks for today's video goes to our great friends at Buds BMW. They're a BMW and Mini Cooper dealership located in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. And they're kind enough to allow me to borrow this thing for today's video and show you everything you need to know. If you want to check this thing out in person, well, you're more than welcome to visit the store. Okay, let us begin first with the exterior. What's new? Well, completely redesigned front, side, and rear. First thing, front end. We have more aggressive headlights pointed towards the middle, kind of like a sharper design. We also have the BMW badge, which now has a different design on top of it. And the grille, it is different design with multi-direction grille position. Moving further down to the bottom, we've got a more aggressive splitter in this case. And the overall shape of this thing has changed slightly compared to the outgoing model. The color that you see in here is the Portmanteau blue, which looks amazing. And the model that we have for today's video is the 228i, but you can get a 235i with a more powerful engine. Moving on to the wheels, you get the option to pick 18-inch wheels or 19-inch, which of course costs more money. The ones that we have for today's video are the 18-inch YM package, of course, and this is the two-tone finish. Okay, moving on to the side profile. The first thing you notice, we've got the side skirt plaque painted in a glossy black. Also, the mirrors and the trim that goes around the window. Really nice touch. On top of that, at the back, it says the 2. So that way people know when they're passing you, this is the 2 Series. Moving on to the back side, there's more changes to the back. First thing, we've got the tail lights, larger than before and more pointed towards the middle. They're actually longer as well. Next thing, we've got the tailgate, which has a bit of that ducktail finish. Love that, just to make it look more sporty with the 228 package. And another thing I noticed is here is that it says 228, but there's no I. Not sure why, maybe it's for this year. On the left side, we've got the X-Drive, and then moving further down, we have the diffuser, more aggressive, more sporty with this package. On top of that, this one resembles a little bit from the BMW 5 Series, which I reviewed not too long ago. But overall, we've got a more sporty side and rear profile for 2026. In terms of the dimensions, the vehicle is taller and wider than before, which means more space on the insides. But when it comes to cargo space, this remains very much the same as the outgoing model. Jumping into the second row, I'm 6'2". I mean, would I enjoy a 6-hour trip like this? I don't know. It is a small sedan. Yeah, it's okay. It does the job. Tech features, we've got 2 USB-C ports with this package here. And that's about it, but nice leather interior, beautiful finish. But you can see I'm 6'2", I put the seat in the front as if I was the driver, and I'd like to be the driver instead of the passenger in the back. We're talking about the driver's side. Well, here we go. We've got a new interior. There's a massive screen behind the steering wheel, a curved display with 2 displays, one for the cluster, one for the infotainment. We've got a new steering wheel, of course, for this year. The center part over here is redesigned for the climate unit, a bit more futuristic in this case. There's no buttons with this package, mostly are onto the screen. And then we've got a wireless charging pad. There's some space onto this side. You've got your standard shift knob in the center that you can control. There's 2 USB-C ports, 2 cup holders, a tiny armrest. The seats are so comfortable. I gotta say, BMW makes one of the best seats for daily. They are super comfortable. They hug you in, but they're not super tight. And it does come with this package with a panoramic roof and a sunroof, which is quite nice. Now, let's start it up. Okay, start it up. it starts up the engine. There's no hybrid in this one, so it goes straight into the engine sound. We've got this massive screen behind the steering wheel. Beautiful steering in this case. This is the new design. It's very much like the BMW X1 or X2, that kind of interior. You can see this beautiful dashboard, which has those lights, like the back lights over there, so like an interior ambient light in this case. And then we've got the beautiful infotainment in here, which it is touch screen. You go back into the main menu, you got your media, and you've got all these apps built in, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay in this case, really well put together, easy to use, very fast. You've got your My Modes in this case, which this one offers, your personal, sport, efficient, the ones that you see in the BMW 5 Series as well. Self-parking mode in this case to help you park the vehicle, which again, really shows how much tech this thing has. Your Apple CarPlay, the climate unit, it's in here. There's no buttons. The easiest way is to access through the screen. You got some options, heated seats for both passenger and driver, and heated steering wheel. And we've got, in this case, a backup camera with parking assist view, panorama view in this case, or more. That's your parking view to give you an idea. You've got your sensors at the front, also at the back besides the camera. First of all, if you change my modes, the cluster changes the layout as well. So in personal, it looks like that. And then we've got more into sport, it changes into that, more aggressive design, more sport in this case. And then we've got efficient, as you can see. So those are some of the modes with this package. Sport mode, we'll test it out on the road. There is expressive in this case, which opens up the panoramic roof at the top. And moving on to the next one, which is digital art, which also has its own audio and settings. Now, for most people, they're going to be driving the standard modes, which is comfort or like personal or sports. We're just going to keep it in sport. It looks nice and clean. Cut. Okay, what is like driving this thing? Well, the horsepower has been bumped to 241 brake horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, which is more than the outgoing model. It uses 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. In the US, it's available as a front-wheel drive. In Canada, it's only available as an X-Drive. Having said that, the Canadian website doesn't seem to show this model exactly, but somehow dealerships have it. It could either be a glitch, or maybe they decided they were going to discontinue it, and then they said, okay, you know what, we're going to bring it back. So we don't know yet. In terms of the price, well, on the Canadian website, I don't see the Gran Coupe right now as of today, which is the 6th of November. Maybe there's a glitch going on, or maybe they decided, because this thing is available in dealerships. So if you came at Bud's BMW, you can find this thing and other colors, I believe. And there's a 235i. So in the store, not yet, but I have seen it from different dealerships that have it. So I don't know what's going on with BMW Canada, but in the US, the price starts at $39,000 for the front-wheel drive, $40,000 for the base model with X-Drive. And in Canada, it's around $53,000 from what I've seen from some dealerships' website. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know what's going on the Canadian side, but in the US, it is available as a front-wheel drive and X-Drive. In terms of driving dynamics and compared to other models, the first one that comes to mind is the Audi A3, which is the smaller version, or the Audi S3, which would be the competitor to the M235i. Next one is the CLA 45 AMG, which that's the AMG version. BMW doesn't have a competitor to that, but the CLA 250 would be the closest competitor to the one that we're driving today. Now the CLA, it is more expensive, but it's also bigger than this. BMW has tried to keep this thing as small as possible. It's nimble around the corners. It's quick when you need it. You put your foot down and this thing moves. The engine is superb. The engine, the B48 on this thing, it's been used in other models. It's superb for what it is. It's very fuel efficient. It's small, it's light, tons of space. This is a type of vehicle that you buy if you're, let's say, you need a second vehicle, you've got a giant SUV, but you don't want a second big SUV, well, this would be it. Or you're a single person, you don't like a coupe, but you like that frameless door design, this offers that. It's a great competitor, it's a great vehicle for day-to-day, it's comfortable, you don't hear much in terms of the road noise, the suspension feels about the same, If you really want to have fun, you go with the 235i. This one does exactly what it's supposed to be. Efficient, small, quick, and affordable. That's it.